You see, for us as the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, we believe very much in protecting our business people, but we must also realize that we are operating in a liberalized trade regime. So for us, what we have been saying, and we repeat that message again today, is that even for our partners and friends from the East, we want them to participate in major projects, in the development of infrastructure, in the building of roads and hospitals. We wouldn't want them to be involved in petty trade. We've said this many times, and we repeat it again. I think there's just a need to define the participation of some of these players in this market. I know you're speaking with reference to China, and I want to say that we need, as Africa, to appreciate the role that China has played in investing in infrastructure in Africa. That will help us in the long run to achieve our aspirations. But at the same time, we have to be very strategic in how we engage with China. And there are countries in Africa that have already got state departments that deal with strategy in how to engage with them. And we support the same in Africa. I don't think we need to shut our doors and say they're not a good partner because they have invested substantially here, but we don't want them to engage in petty trade because that is the preserve of our local business community. Chamber Congress in 2021, and we were a credible second position after Dubai. I think we did an excellent job, and it was widely accepted. Even Mr. Mihok will speak to that. The team of the Kenya Chamber, led by James Mureo, did a very, very excellent bid, and we were second. And we have appealed to the World Chamber Federation that we need to separate Africa and Middle East because obviously we are not at the same level of economic development. So we would like a more level playing field so that Africa is given an opportunity as Africa. And I'll ask Mr. Mihok to comment on that.
Yeah, it's Sydney. But 10 years ago, Sydney lost the competition with Kuala Lumpur. Another good example is Dubai. Dubai 8 years ago lost the competition with Qatar, with Doha. So it's unusual that for the first time you are presenting your candidacy, you are immediately the winner. So that is to be clear. That's the standard situation. But what is very important from our point of view, that the candidacy of Nairobi was very high appreciated by the jury. There are 50 members of the jury. They used to give the voice for somebody, for one candidate. And really the second place, and let's say with very high score, because I cannot make the announcement how many voices got Kenya, because there are only the chairman and the secretary general who knows the final result. But anyway, I can tell you that the score of Kenya was excellent. So it's excellent supposition for the next bid. So I would like to encourage the Kenya National Chamber to present against the candidacy when the turn will come to Africa. I say to Africa because another problem what we discovered in this round of competition or a bid was that normally we used to go from continent to continent, but from the historical point of view, I don't know why, but finally it's also my heritage. We have the group Africa Middle East, and it is not the continent. So my proposal for the next General Council meeting of WCF in Dubai next month will be that we should separate Middle East from Africa, because we would like to go to Africa. We would like to give opportunity also for Africa chambers to organize the World Chambers Congress, and so also to underline the importance of Africa in our agenda. So I would like to congratulate officially Kenya National Chamber for excellent bid, for excellent presentation, and they created good supposition to be winner in the next round. Even for ICC, WCF, World Chambers Federation, because Africa is one of the biggest priorities for World Chambers Federation, and that was also the reason that during my first mandate, Olive Kigongo was my vice chair for Africa, and the second mandate, Kiprono Kitoni is representing Africa in my board. So the reason to come here is, first of all, for me very important to meet the Africa leaders, chambers leaders, because chambers represent a very large scale of the business activities on the Africa continent. and especially what is very important for all of us, and I am very glad that this is also one of the priority of your state president, there is the support and development of small and medium-sized enterprises and micro companies, because this is the future, not only for Africa, but it is the future for the global economy, because we all know the big players, the giant companies, but finally the job creation, the export opportunities, and the rural development, the regional development of the countries is based on the small and medium-sized enterprises. And that is very important also for Kenya and for all Africa countries. So I'll be very glad to speak with all my colleagues from Africa continent. They are present here in Nairobi to exchange of views and probably to receive some more information, but also inspiration for me and for World Chambers Federation. The second reason to be here is to be more familiar with the chamber system here in Kenya. Kenya is very high appreciated. Our Kenya Chamber of Commerce and Industry is very high appreciated by ICC, World Chambers Federation, because really the structure is running very well. The number of the members is growing up, and what is very important that the chamber is recognized on one side by the companies, because that is our substance, the companies are our substance, but at the same time is very highly recognized by the state authorities, by the president and the government. This is also very important for all our chambers, because we should be kind of bridge between the government or the state authorities and the business community. And the main goal of all us in our countries, in the global level, is to create better conditions for our companies. This is not for the chambers. Chambers are just intermediaries between government and companies. So we appreciate very much that Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry is in the same time recognized by the companies, by the majority of the companies, and also by the government and the President of the Republic. And I think so that is also the case of the majority of my colleagues and friends in their respective countries. So, and it is a very good occasion to start here with the rain, because in my country we used to say that rain is bringing the happiness and it's bringing also the money for the company and for the farmers especially. Yeah. So thank you very much.